Let's get to know each other a little bit. I'm going to give you some pretty silly little trivia about myself. Actually, let's have you guess what the answer might be. And then I'll tell you the answer. And then how about you tell me the answer about yourself? So, let's start off with this. The question is, how many countries have I been to? So how many do you think? So the answer is 3. That's it. Only 3. Of course, I've been to Canada. I've been to the US. And I've been to Japan. So, yeah, that's it. Only those 3. So, second question. Let's go to the United States here. How many US states have I been to? I'm curious how many you've been to, if you've ever been to the US. So, this includes layovers in airports. Otherwise, it's kind of weird. If I answered about sleeping, there is one which included a layover. So, the answer for me, well, let's see. I haven't actually counted it. So we'll go state by state to where I've been to. So we got Washington. That's number 1. Montana. That's number 2. North Dakota is number 3. Minnesota is number 4. And Michigan is number 5. So I've been to 5 states. Out of those states, I have slept in Montana, North Dakota, and Minnesota. In Minnesota, it was in the airport because I had a delay from Detroit to Minneapolis. It's just a crazy set of flights I had to go through. So for that flight, I was going from Tokyo to Detroit, then to Minnesota, and then to Canada. And my flight from Detroit was delayed because the airplane that I was supposed to get on was delayed in arriving in Detroit from New York. Yeah, bad weather. It was in winter. And then, so I did finally get on the flight, arrived in Minneapolis. The airport was basically closed by then. There was nothing happening. And so I slept in the airport. Yep, we had a choice. Either go to a hotel in Detroit and then take an early flight in Minneapolis. I just decided, okay, I'm going to go to Minneapolis. I'll just get one flight closer. And then I had to sleep in the airport. It's not a bad airport. I actually like Minneapolis's airport. I hate Detroit's airport. That place is cold. Way too cold. All right. How many capital cities, now I'm talking about capitals of countries, have I been to? I think you can discount Washington, D.C., because I've never been there. So that's 3 countries. The answer is just 1, and that is Tokyo. Keep in mind that I lived in the Tokyo area, so I'd been to Tokyo many, 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 many times. And so I got pretty used to Tokyo. I mean, it's a massive city. It's huge. Greater Tokyo has the same population as Canada. Just crazy. But yeah, I spent quite a lot of time in Tokyo. And I quite enjoyed it. I know a lot of people don't really like being in very big cities, but I really enjoy it. I don't know what it is. There's just so much to see and do. Maybe that's why. I don't know. All right. Now, here's a big one. What do I have a university degree in? Do you have any idea? Well, I have a degree in physics and astronomy. So, yeah, lots and lots of science, math. In Canada, when we get a bachelor's degree, we don't do a thesis. It's not done. When you go to graduate school, you do. However, I did have a research project that was focused on Jupiter, and what I was researching was the radio emissions of Jupiter. It's interesting. So I'm studying the the torus of radiation around Jupiter, in which the moon Io was orbiting in, and it's mostly because of Io. It's a terrible place to go. You don't want to go there. You'd die pretty much instantly. The amount of radiation there, and it's a highly volcanic moon as well. Great place, huh? Be interesting. Recreating Io in Minecraft. There's lots of sulfur there, by the way. So yay, sulfur. We could do that. How about you? Do you have a degree? Let me know. So let's see. Next question is... how about this one? This is a Japan-related thing, but also Canada-related. Have I ever been to hot spring resorts? The answer is yes. I've been to one in Canada. And let's see, 1, 2, 3 in Japan. And actually, one of the ones in Japan, I went to 2 hot springs. One of them happened to be right on the beach. And that was very interesting. Not only was it on the beach, but we were there in the late evening, and it was like clear weather, and the moon was rising. So we're looking out over the ocean, looking towards the moon, and the reflection of the moon off of the ocean. That was nice. By the way, that hot spring in particular happened to be mixed. So it was, they didn't separate men and women. Men and women are in the same bath, basically. But yeah, it was interesting looking out over the ocean. But yeah. And then, let's see. What is my favorite food? This is a very difficult one to answer because sometimes it changes. At one time, I was eating so much fried shrimp. That was like my favorite thing for quite a while. But I would have to say, it is so difficult to answer this. I could say, let's give multiple answers. So, one of them is salmon sushi. Not the roll type, that's maki sushi. I like nigiri sushi, which is basically the topping, which is salmon, on top of the rice. I also like the sashimi too. Love sashimi. Let's see. Second one could possibly be tonkotsu ramen. I don't know why. I just really, really like it. If I were to say my favorite meat, other than saying salmon, I would say pork. I like pork quite a lot. Especially when you get the fat nice and crispy. It tastes so good. And let's see, vegetables. This is an interesting one. I'd have to say green peas. I really love green peas, but I love sautéed green beans. So good. Especially in butter and garlic. Yeah, give that to me. Fruit. Let's see, my favorite fruit could be blueberries or raspberries. I like both of them quite a lot. Yep. Favorite ice cream? Mint chocolate chip. I know a lot of people say they don't like it, but it's my favorite. Let's see, soft drink, or as we call it here in Canada, pop. I know some parts of the U.S. call it pop. Other parts would call it soda. My favorite is Dr. Pepper. Actually, I have some right now. I really like Dr. Pepper. It's great stuff. Now, since we're in Minecraft, what is my favorite game? Well, right now it happens to be Minecraft. But close behind it is No Man's Sky. Actually, very similar games. They're both sandbox games. Virtually unlimited places where you can go. And yeah, I just really enjoy it. And No Man's Sky is having its 10th, just had its 10th anniversary. It's been out for 10 years, and they've got a big update coming. I am really looking forward to that. Really, really looking forward to it. But before that, my favorite games were probably SimCity 4. That was just before I got into Minecraft. Well, actually, I got into No Man's Sky before I got into Minecraft. I've been playing No Man's Sky longer. But also before that, the EA Games NHL series. Played that a lot. Played quite a bit of Sims, especially Sims 2. And others... Well, I have to go way back. Way back. I really enjoyed Defenders of Oasis and Sega Game Gear. Going back to the 90s here. But going back to the 80s. I don't know why, but I really liked playing Joust and Pac-Man. Yeah, I really liked those ones. So let's think about TV series. TV series. So ever since the late 80s, I've been a big Star Trek fan. I have watched every episode of the original series, Next Generation. Surprisingly, I have not watched all of Deep Space Nine. I really need to. I missed a little bit at the just here and there. When I was in university, it was on TV, and I didn't get to watch it all the time. I didn't have a VCR either. I wasn't recording. And Voyager, I didn't get to watch all the episodes either. Enterprise, I missed the last season because I was in Japan. I couldn't watch it then. The newer stuff, I haven't watched everything. I've watched the first 3 seasons of Discovery. I've watched 1 episode of Strange New Worlds when it was up on YouTube. I've watched the first season of Picard. But I haven't watched everything. I really do need to watch it. But before that, going way back into the 80s, Transformers. Big Transformers fan. Generation 1. Not the Michael Bay movies. I find that they're crap. Like the characters are just absolute crap. I really don't like what they did to them. And others back then, well, I used to watch a lot of Garfield and Friends. it was just something that I watched a lot of on Saturday mornings. Let's see, the A-Team, Airwolf. Loved watching those. A-Team was so much fun. I actually got to watch the entire series while I was living in Japan because it was on TV. I also watched a ton of Friends, but I'm not a big Friends fan. But I watched a lot, you know. So, how about movies? Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings trilogy, especially Return of the King. Love that movie. Got goosebumps through the whole damn thing, especially the final battle. And then, of course, the end of the movie. It's one of the few times that I've actually teared up. Like, beautiful movies. Absolutely amazing movies. For Star Trek 2, Star Trek 4, Star Trek 6. I love those three the most. I don't really care for the newer ones because it's like an alternate timeline, and I don't like what they did to the Enterprise, making it so much bigger. It didn't make any sense that they did that. Yeah. How about something that I got into when I was in university, and that was anime. So, do you have any idea what anime I really enjoyed watching? I'll tell you, it was not One Piece, not Naruto. I can't stand... I won't say I can't stand that kind of anime. It's just that I never really liked watching that kind. So I just really didn't. I watched the occasional episode while I was in Japan. I saw a tiny bit of Naruto while I was there. I didn't really watch much at all while I lived there. Most of the anime that I watched was when I was in university. So between 1996 and 2001, I watched quite a bit. I kept watching up until around 2005. I watched a bit in my first year in Japan. But what is my favorite? Kimagure Orange Road. Yeah. I bet you have no clue what that is. But if you do, bonus points. Let me know if you have you ever heard of that. It's one that I really enjoyed watching. Watched the whole series, watched both movies and the direct-to-video OVA series. Other than that, I like a lot of older stuff. Ranma, Maison Ikoku, Slayers. It's funny. A lot of these are comedy, so you can see how I really like comedy. Record of Lodoss War, the original series. It's basically based on an RPG campaign that the author was doing. So that, and what else? I don't know. Yeah, I watched all of Cowboy Bebop. I watched all of Evangelion. Yeah, I enjoyed them. But other than that, like, those are the ones that I would say are my favorites. The ones that I am watching now, though, what I like is Freerun, Apothecary Diaries. Those two I'm finding to be the most interesting. I am looking forward to seeing some others, getting into them. But those two, I'd say, are absolutely the most interesting to watch at the moment. Yeah. Also, I am, of course, watching the remake of Ranma. Yeah. Yeah. So those are basically what I've been watching. But anyways, let me know, did you get any of these correct? I'm standing right by the line where I trimmed chunks. Yay. Okay, so did you get any of them correct? Let me know in the comments below. Were you surprised by anything? Let me know your answers for a lot of these as well. If you like videos like this one, like to see some more, then please consider subscribing to this channel as well as my main one. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.